All right, all right, all right. Welcome in H-Town. You are now tuned in to The Solid Grip, coming to you live at 5, no time for jive. We have some wonderful things to talk about. Now it's time for you to open up your ears, and we'll talk about that right after this here. Yeah, welcome in H-Town. Again, you are tuned in to The Solid Grip. I'm your host, J.R. Wilson, alongside me, Ping Wilson, and we are coming to bring the flavor for your wings, the barbecue sauce for your ribs, and the sugar for your Kool-Aid, not your tank. Don't get it twisted or misconstrued. So, Pop, we're going to get straight off into this, but first, man, I got to ask how you doing over there.
Man, I tell you what, man, if December is anywhere close to what November was, and I know we just 5 days into December, man, but November was a good month for me, man. And hey, I'm looking for bigger and better things, man. I really am. So yeah, I'm doing great over here, Rich.
That's good, Pop, man. You look good, man. But yeah, man, let's get out straight off into this thing. And if y'all haven't already done so, y'all see what's scrolling at the bottom of the page. Like, subscribe, comment, and share this link with your people, with your partners, with your family. If you have not already done so, last week we had a whole lot of traffic because of the title that we had up, Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. And people apparently thought that this was a place they was going to be able to watch the fight for free. They were sadly mistaken. But nevertheless, we did watch the fight, and that's something that we want to talk about today. And so the question is, Pop, look, the fight was called a draw. Okay, me personally, I feel different about it, but I would love to know how you feel first, man. Who won this fight?
Come on, Rich. I mean, I watched the fight, man, twice. I mean, Tyson beat his brakes off, man. Roy Jones may have landed 5 punches, man. And I know it was an exhibition and stuff, and they couldn't let Roy Jones just, look bad and stuff. But come on, man. I mean, I don't even think it was close, man. I think Tyson won the fight going away. But anyway, it has generated some interest because have you heard the latest?
I have heard the latest, and the latest is that Holyfield actually wants to fight Mike Tyson. Here's the thing, man. Holyfield looks good, man. I mean, I've seen him fight as well, and I know he's a little bit older than both of those guys, Roy Jones and Mike Tyson. But man, he still looks good, man. He's still in shape. And here's the thing: you want a paycheck. Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. just got a nice little paycheck. So he want a piece of that pie, man, and I'm with him. If I was 58, 57, however old he is, and I see them little checks that get cut for them, because I mean, Tyson them got a couple $1 million for doing that, man, maybe a little bit more than that. And Evander Holyfield is not in that big old mansion that he used to be in with all the rooms. Actually, the rapper Rick Ross bought that mansion, so he ain't making that kind of money no more. Is all I'm saying. So yeah, cut me one of them checks, man. I get in there too. And look here, Holyfield is the one opponent I think that would have gave Tyson problems, even if Tyson would not have gone to jail, because that dude is just a gangster in the ring, man.
I agree with you, Rich. And hey, man, Tyson got a nice little paycheck. Now, Roy only got $2 million, but Tyson got $10 million, man. That's not bad for what, 8 rounds of work and 2 minutes around and stuff. I mean, hey, I'll take a couple rounds and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. So yeah, it wouldn't shock me at all, man. If you see him and maybe a couple more of the older fighters who kept themselves in shape. Now, I don't think Big George will come out. I think George will stay where he is, wherever he is, him stay in Texas or wherever George is. But it wouldn't surprise me, man, if a Ronnie Lyle or some of those guys, that maybe not say hit that golden age yet, may try to come out and make some cash. People gonna pay that kind of money, man.
Absolutely. I mean, I would probably pay off, because when you see now let me just be clear. The fight between Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. was like two uncles fighting at a family reunion. You know what I mean? They definitely wasn't the old Roy and the old Mike. First of all, if that was the case, Roy would have got knocked out in the first round. Okay?
Right.
He wasn't able to handle Mike like that. The quickest Roy was, and probably one of the quickest boxers I've ever seen. As far as his pedigree in heavyweight, as soon as he moved up from middleweight to heavyweight, man, he started getting knocked out. So Tyson would have knocked him out smooth. He would have came out early in the first round, man. But I ain't mad at at Holyfield, man. I would love to see the fight. I don't know about paying $100 pay per view or nothing like that, but I might pay $30, to see the fight, see if Holyfield still got something. And I think that they should have a area for those boxers, man, to be able to come out and fight an exhibition fight. I don't know about making $10 million on the fight, but maybe a couple $100,000. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I agree.
Yeah. So, but man, let's talk about what I named this show, man. Let's get straight to it, man. Russell Westbrook is traded to the Washington Wizards this weekend, and I got to tell you, Pop, I'm not upset about it. Look, man, this Harden has had 3 superstars. He had Dwight Howard, he had Chris Paul, and he had Russell Westbrook, and now he got John Wall. Look, the type of player that he is, it makes it difficult for people to play team ball with him. Same thing with Russell Westbrook. That's why I'm not upset with the trade. I think where he's going, he's going to be able to be himself there. Even though that's really Bradley Bill's team out in Washington, Russell Westbrook is one of them guys that's going to be Hall of Famer, man. It's just going to put up a lot of points but never win the championship. Somebody asked me, hey, what do you think about, the trade? And I said, well, I like the trade. I like John Wall. He's uber talented. I like the fact that we got Boogie Cousins. But the fact of the matter is the sustainability is what really concerns me. What's going to come about of this team? Obviously, it's predicated on them, not being injured or whatnot. So how you feel about the trade, bro?
Well, you had to move Russ, man. I mean, and it got to a point where it just wasn't a lot of value for him. I like John Wall. He's similar to Russ in that he's a 6'4" athletic guard and stuff, just maybe a couple years younger. I like the fact that he and Boogie Cousins were teammates together. They came to University of Kentucky together, so they kind of reunited. So, maybe they can push each other. My question, though, Rich, what does this do? Is this okay now with James Harden? I mean, because they actually start practice tomorrow. I mean, they've been having individuals for 3 days and stuff, but Silas came out and said, that he's just leave James alone. That's Alabama calling me. I'm about to call him back. But he came out and said he's just going, hey, just kind of, in situations like this, just not say anything to him, man. Just kind of let him make his mind up, when he want to come in and when he's ready to work. Because when he does that, then he's ready to go. But is he coming in? Like I said, we'll know tomorrow. I mean, with the proof of being the pudding tomorrow, if he show up tomorrow ready to go, then I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, here's the thing, man. I think that James Harden probably is going to take this down to the wire because he really wants to get moved. And that begs the next question, man. Is he satisfied with the moves that were made with Russell Westbrook and with Boogie Cousins? I have no idea. If I had to take a guess, I would say that it's intriguing to say the least to him, but he turned down $50 million a year, man. I mean, that's more than what LeBron just got extended for in LA. And he just won them a championship. You know what I mean? So I'm not really sure how I feel about or what I would guess how he feels about this. I don't think that he wants to be here right now. And I don't know if they're going to be able to do anything, Pop, that's going to make him feel comfortable about staying here. So that's why I'm at with it. Hello? Can you hear me? Uh-oh, something happened. I don't know what happened, y'all, but we'll get him back. I don't know. Something's going crazy with my headphones today anyway. But yeah, look, people, James Harden he's like Constantine is to the church, right? The worst thing and the best thing that ever happened to the Houston Rockets. He's the best thing because what player have we had that's better than him, right? Now somebody could say, hey man, don't say nothing blasphemous like that. Hakeem Olajuwon. Look, I love Hakeem the Dream. I grew up on Hakeem the Dream. I was there when we won the 2 championships. I was young enough and old enough and coherent enough to know what was going on. I was at the parades both years in a row. I watched every last game in the playoffs, not all in the regular season. But I'm gonna just say this boldly: Akeem Olajuwon will not be considered a better player than James Harden is in the city of Houston. Pop, and I'd love to hear your rebuttal to that.
Rich, my answer simply is from my heart, man. The fact that I got a chance to work with Elijah when he first got here, and so it's not even a fair question for me as far as, sometimes I know I think with my heart, and with Elijah I know I'll be thinking with my heart. But I understand your reasoning behind it because, like I said, I mean, James Harden has been so tremendous over, an 8-year period here in Houston and stuff that, man, it's hard to pick against him, man. But man, until he can put them rings on his finger, man, and say he's won at least one championship, man, I kind of lean toward Elijah one. But trust me, I have all the respect in the world for what he's done in the 8 years that he's been here. I mean, even Elijah one, as great as he was, never had been. He won one MVP and stuff, but never was the runner up. Maybe like 2-3 years in a row, like James has been, and always gonna be in the contention for an MVP award, no less than you know five players, 4 players ahead of him. So definitely respect that thought.
Yeah, so I mean, my answer to the question is James Harden satisfied now. I absolutely think not. I think he wants to go somewhere else, and I think he wants to take his talent somewhere else for whatever reason. I mean, the talk is that they wanted John Lucas to be the head coach. They got this Silas guy. There has to be some truth to it because he won't even talk to the dude. As far as we know, Silas said, "Hey, man, I'm gonna just in these type of situations, I'm giving the guy space." And honestly, I don't really know what to do with that, man. I don't know when you say something like that. I don't know what to do, but to know or understand that Harden has to be so repulsed by Silas being there. I don't know if they have history or what. I have no idea what that's all about. Like, and that's one of the things. And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But when I'm thinking about a leader of a team, this ain't how a leader of a team acts. Not you. If a new coach is coming in there starting a new regime, dude, you are the star on this team. It's up to you to step up and do what you got to do as a leader. Now, if you're just adamant about getting out of town, hey man, look, maybe he's gone through what he has to go through as far as red tape is concerned to try to get up out the city of Houston, and it hasn't worked. So he feel like he got to make noise. And you and I talked about that with Antonio Brown a couple years back, man. That this is the way players get out of these contracts that they're binded by for years, man. They got to act a fool. And the normality behind that is they get their way, right? But I guarantee the Houston Rockets are gonna do everything in their power to keep him to get him to stay here. They offered him $50+ million per year. But think about how Harden's feeling, right? He got $300 million from Reebok. He got $250 million from the Rockets. He got all kind of endorsements. He got shoes. He got clothes. He got a lot of money rolling in. Matter of fact, there's a rapper named Little Baby who's right. You saw that for his birthday. Now, Little Baby, he make money. Harden say, I'm gonna give you a Prada bag. Prada bag probably costs about $25,000-$30,000. Put some honey buns in the bag and $100,000. I mean, who does that for their partner for their birthday? I mean, dude, come drop me out $5. You know what I'm saying? And $100,000. But $100,000. So he ain't worried about no money, man. He ain't worried about the money. Obviously, he think about his legacy now. He want to win a championship, man. That's the end of it. He got to taste it with OKC a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Never got to get there and got close here and wasn't able to do it. So I can kind of feel hard on this one. Yeah. So, but man, look, I wish I had the video to play right here, man. I'm gonna figure this out, y'all, at some point. How to start playing these little video clips, man. Don't worry about it, man. But there's a player at Edinburgh High School piss out of a referee in the middle of the field. And you haven't seen it yet. You hiding under the cleft of a rock somewhere, okay? But I mean, the dude just mauled the referee in the middle of the field. The referee, he was down. He was down, man. He was hurt, man. Big old dude. The dude probably was about 6'1", 6'2", 240, 250, running full speed at the ref blindside, knocked him out. Now, I think that's horrible. I don't know what the ref did or said to him, but I don't know if that's ever warranted in a football game. But I tell you what did upset me, Pop. You can tell me how you feel about this. The UIL disqualified the team from the playoffs that he plays for because of what he did. Honestly, I think that is utterly unfair. What he did is unexcusable, right? He should be suspended of some form of fashion. He should be dealt with and disciplined accordingly. But for you to disqualify the team from the playoffs, I think that's absolutely asinine. And that's just how I feel about it. And you might feel different, I don't know, but I'd love to hear how you feel.
I think the team, the community needs to sue the UIL because this is not fair, man.
Yeah,
I'm calling a spade a spade. I mean, in this day and time, you have kids who are very volatile. Okay, we had a kid one night get upset, threw his helmet in the stands, man. Hit somebody. We suspended him. Okay,
right.
I mean, and you have a lot of that. I mean, you have a lot of kids that are very volatile, and so a lot of kids growing up in single parent families with just a mom raising them and stuff, and they just volatile, man. But to penalize an entire football team, those coaches and stuff, that community. I mean, it's hard getting in the playoffs, man. We made it this year, man, along with Lee High School here in Baytown and stuff. We hadn't been in since 2013, man. I mean, we were jumping around like some little boys and stuff. The coach got a Gatorade shower. So if one of our kids go out there and do something detrimental to his personal self or his family, you can't punish the whole football team for that because all those kids have worked hard, man, to get in this position and stuff, man. I mean, not only that, the school's gonna lose money and stuff. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if there wasn't a restraining order filed on the UIL by, say, some lawyer in that community and stuff to say, hey, no, you can't do that. You can't penalize this. It's just like, I mean, if somebody in my household goes out and shoots somebody, you can't put everybody in my household in jail for that. So, again, man, I just think it's wrong to penalize all those kids. Yeah, the guys should be penalized, should be suspended. Probably should never play high school football again. I could deal with all of that, but not make all those kids, their families, those coaches and their families, that community pay for what one kid did.
Absolutely. What that kid did was absolutely reprimandable, and he should be reprimanded for it. But to discard the entire team is irresponsible on the UIL. Speaking of the UIL, man, the playoffs are in full effect right now. We know the regular teams that are in it and are gonna be in it. But Pop, I want you to tell me, man, about what's going on with Goose Creek Memorial, man. How are they doing? What we looking like?
Well, Rich, I am so proud of the staff, man, and these kids, man. I mean, it's kind of unconscionable to me, man, that all this program has gone through. I mean, we've had COVID bite us, man, with our kids, some of our coaches and stuff like that, man. We've lost kids. Kids have quit. Kids have flunked out. And to be honest with you, Rich, I think the three teams we just beat to get in the playoffs, they were all better than us. It's kind of amazing to me because they were all 6A programs last year. They moved down to 5A with still the same kind of numbers. They're all very, very talented and stuff. But, hey, man, I've never seen kids just all of a sudden just out of nowhere, man, say, hey, we're not losing no more. And so we won 4 in a row, man. We in the playoffs. We play against a team that's not too far from where you live, Foster. And, man, they've got a tackle, Rich, 6'8", 320 that's committed to A&M. But I tell you what, man, you talking about David coming at Goliath. We coming at him, man. And we gonna throw everything we got at him but the kitchen sink. And if we get a chance, we're gonna throw the kitchen sink at him. So, hey, proud of these guys. Congratulations to my boss, Shannon Michael Carter. Also to Lee High School, your old school, Rich. They beat Sterling last night in the Battle of Baytown to win the cup. They got the Baytown Football Cup now because they beat us. We tied with them for second place, but because they beat us, they get second place. We get third place. Congratulations to Coach Finn and his staff and those kids over there. It's been since 2009. No, take that back. 2008. Dick Olin's last year since they've been in the playoffs. And so, hey, man, kudos to those kids over on that side of town and stuff, man. And like I say, man, Baytown's kind of jumping right now, man. And maybe the first time in the history of the Goose Creek Independent School District, because I think back in the time when Sturgeon and Lee were playing each other, I don't think they both went in the playoffs. And you can go all the way back in the 60s and the 70s. There was only one team that would go. And so if, say, Sterling went, Lee didn't go. Or if, say, they were playing against, say, Galena Park and they went, then that was the only team that went. So, again, kudos, man, to everybody in Baytown, man, especially the two schools that's on their way to the playoffs.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to all the Baytown schools, man. Congratulations on making it to the playoffs, especially Goose Creek Memorial. Hey, man, y'all go and y'all take care of your business against a judge. Y'all know anything about the story? I believe it was in 1 Samuel chapter 17 when David went with Goliath. The first thing that the soldiers did was they put this heavy armor on him, and the armor was too heavy, it was too big for him. He took it off, put that big old sword on the game. He picked up 5 stones. Okay, represented the Torah, the first 5 books of the scriptures, man.
Okay.
He didn't need to do nothing but toss the first one, man. And it stuck in the middle of his forehead, man. Took him out. And then he took a sword and chopped his head off. So that's exactly what y'all need to do when y'all go up there, man. Shout out to Creek Memorial football team, man. Go Patriots. That's the only Patriots I say, you understand? So, all right, Pop, let's stay in the city, man. Will Fuller and Bradley Roby suspended for 6 games. Now, if y'all haven't seen, man, I did a show on this on Grippin' and Rippin' Sports. Y'all check it out. By the way, man, I want y'all to see something. My son did this for me for my birthday. It says Grippin' and Rippin'. He did that with some rubber bands and some thumbtacks, and it was very, very creative and thoughtful, man. I love him for that. Awesome. Yeah, Will Fuller and Bradley Roby suspended for 6 games. I'm not surprised by this at all. I ain't buying none of the media jive about Will Fuller come out. He didn't know what was in what. I ain't buying none of that. It's a contract year for you. You have not been injury free every year that you've been in this league. It's the very first year that you weren't hurt. Okay, and so you know it's a contract year. So you took the PEDs, man. We not no fools out here. Now Bradley Roby, I don't know why he was doing. He's set in stone, man. He already got his money, but he's just trying to perform, man. Maybe, because we got a bargain on him, man. He was like, man, I'm going to just ball out this year. And, I'm going to try to get them to give me more money. And that's fine. But I hate it so much, Pop, because Deshaun Watson has been on a tear, man. I mean, we talked about this last week. He has been on a tear. And for two of the best players, one of the best players on offense and probably the best player on defense to get popped with PEDs really is going to slow down the progression that we have been seeing in Deshaun Watson. I still think he's going to come out and play a good game, but he's definitely going to struggle from this point. Pop, I can't see it any other way. Do you?
Well, Rich, I think he's going to – well, to be honest with you, no, I don't, Rich. I think he's on such a tear that not only will he come out and continue to do what he's been doing, I think the Texans will make the playoffs. I think there's such a problem in Baltimore with the virus, man. I just reading today, man, where 4 more players got it and stuff, man, and they said that it's 4 strains of it in their locker room and stuff, man, and it's just kind of, it wouldn't surprise me if the Ravens just shut it down for good, man, because they got it in their locker room, man. They don't know where it's coming from and stuff. And so, they 6-5. I think the Texans will win tomorrow. I still we haven't gotten to the predictions yet. But hey man, I think the guy's on fire, man. I think he's on fire and stuff, and I think he's gonna lead the Texans to one of those wild cards and stuff with the league having now, I think, 4 wild card teams and stuff that he's gonna be okay.
Absolutely, man. We'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens. I hope that he comes out and, still throwing them haymakers that he's been throwing, man, the last 6 weeks. And by the way, he's thrown 16 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and is accounted for 18 touchdowns, man. That's 2 on the ground. He's balling, man. I tell you who else is balling. These dadgum Steelers, man. I mean, I don't know if you're a fan of them or not, Pop, but these cats are playing outside of their mind, man. 11-0, man. Congratulations to you, man. A lot of people are talking down on the Steelers. It's kind of the same way they talked down on the Texans back in 2012 when we went it. We was 11-1 at this point. We was 10-1 at this point, and they just didn't think we was a formidable team. And the truth is, we were. But I tell you who is the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Because here's the thing, Pop. What they're doing is they're going 5 wide, man.
Yeah.
And Big Ben is doing something that he's never done before, which is not hold on to the football.
You're right.
He's staying off so quick. I mean,
You're
2
right.
seconds. You watch him, man. 2 seconds. Boom. He finding the open guy. And there's nothing anyone can do to stop it. I mean, it is unstoppable. Even the game that was played Wednesday, right? The game was a crazy, lopsided, weird, intrinsic, centric game. Nevertheless, man, you saw Big Ben just going off, and I know that I should be, I'm kind of burying the lead here with the whole, coronavirus moving this game back to Wednesday, which was absolutely enjoyable. But man, Big Ben is just on a tear. I felt the need to talk about this because people are looking at Pittsburgh like they're not the formidable team in the NFL. They absolutely are. And that test is definitely going to be shown come Monday night when y'all play the Buffalo Bills, Pop.
Oh, no doubt. And that's going to be the big game, Rich. And I'm telling you, if we can go to Buffalo and get a victory there, you might see a regular season 16-0, although that Cleveland game is going to be tough too. I mean, let's face it, we're a throwing team, man. And I know our young receivers drop some and stuff. I mean, that's being a young receiver and being immature. But, man, they're going to make plays, man. Johnson going to make plays. Claypool going to make plays. Juju just had my fields day simply because now you can't double him. If you double him, then the Ebron's there. If you double him, Johnson's there. Claypool. And then James Washington might have made the biggest catch of all, man. So just Ben is having a fields day. I'm happy for him and stuff because let's face it, man, the surgery that he had is a lot of throwers, pitchers, quarterbacks' career and stuff. He had some ligaments that had to be reattached and stuff, man. And so, we ain't talking about a 23 or 27, not even a 33-year-old Ben. We're talking about 38 years old, man.
Yes.
And you're right, Rich. The thing that I used to hate more about Ben than anything, he would hold on to that ball and hold on to it and hold on. And I would just go, he ain't doing that. Drop back, 1, 2, 3, bam, it's coming out. You might, if you're a receiver, I tell you what, Deontay Johnson caught a touchdown pass last week where as soon as he turned, the ball hit his hands. I'm talking about within a split second. I mean, The ball was in his hand. I don't even know how he even held on to it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're right. It is impossible to cover any receiver when the quarterback's throwing it that quickly. You can't do it. It's impossible. It is impossible. So, I agree with you, Rich.
And look, everybody that watched the game knows the only reason why y'all didn't blow them completely out the water is because all the drop passes. God, I think it was like your boy Eric Ebron got butt on his fingers, man. I mean, God, he makes some of the most magnificent catches. But man, look, easy passes, they go right through his hands. You know what I'm saying?
And that's concentration. That's all that is, man. Because when you can make those great catches, when you're a receiver and you can make great catches and stuff, when you drop to the leading ones, it's just concentration. That's all it is, man.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, Pop, and I told you this: the Ravens are who exactly I said and thought that they were. Even with Lamar Jackson coming back, I'm telling you, man. When you lose your left tackle, they got a stat line. I wish I had it in front of me, man, about how well and how not well they do when that left tackle is in or not in the game, man. And
I agree with you, Rich.
They're struggling, man, because Hollywood Brown is a good home run threat. But when you think about it, Pop, he's their number one receiver.
He's their number one receiver.
And when you got a speed threat, more likely than not, he can't be your number one receiver.
I agree, man.
Right? Kansas City,
I agree.
the number one receiver is not Tyreek Hill. No. It's Travis Kelce.
Right?
That's the number one guy. I know he's a tight end, but that's the number one guy they're looking for. You
You're
can't
right.
have a speedy receiver for your number one. You need him to have that second corner so he can dust you. You know what I mean? But when you
Right.
get put on the first corner, most first corners, they not having that, man. They gonna
You're
jam you
right.
at the line, they gonna run you up into the sideline and all that jive. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Pop, yeah. The Ravens are who we thought they are, and they come back down to earth. I think they're 6-5 right now. Okay,
Right.
and let me talk about Cleveland real quick because I know Cleveland is on your tails, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. They ain't played nobody. They ain't played nobody, and then here's the thing: they have a weak schedule the rest of the way through. So they gonna probably go, probably end up going 10-6, 11-5. Which I hate, man, because we should have never lost to them, the Houston
I'm
Texans,
telling
man.
you, Rich. I'm
I
telling
just
you, man.
that game just oh man, that's one of them games you just wish you had back, man. Because ain't no way, man. Cleveland, all that talent they got, they don't know how to use it, man. Just at all, they don't know how to use it, and so. But man, I don't see y'all losing another game. I'm happy for you guys, man. It's it's crazy as the coronavirus is doing the league right now, and is the reason why they even had to put the game back to Wednesday. How great was it, man? They had a game on Wednesday afternoon. Ain't nothing else on. Steelers in the Ravens. I watched the game on my truck.
Hey, listen, check this out. They play Tuesday at 4:00. Okay,
Yeah.
ain't that crazy?
That's right.
Tuesday at 4:00. That's crazy,
Yeah.
man.
My eyes will be wide open looking at it, man. You know, on my route, man. I just had to sit up there on my thing. Now I was driving safe, y'all okay, but I was actually glancing down. Just I was glancing at the barometer to look and see how fast I was going. So, yeah, man. But yeah, Pop, I can really go on this game all day, man, because it was a crazy game, man.
It was a crazy game.
Man, I knew y'all would pull it out. Everybody talked about RG3 was gonna have a great game. I was like, no, not gonna have a great game. Nothing. And what did he do? Nothing. He had one good run. I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for him. You know what I mean? So, whatever, man. Let's get into what we do. You know what I'm saying? Week 13. I ain't got no music for y'all this week, man. We just going out the top. We gonna rapid fire this thing, okay? Because the clock on the wall says that's all, y'all, and we gonna get up out of here. So, all right, Pop, rapid fire. Saints and Falcons. Who you taking?
Falcons.
Ooh, you taking the Falcons, huh? Okay. I'm all right with that. I'm definitely taking the Saints on this. Their defense has really stepped their game up. I'm taking the Saints. I think it will be a good game because the Falcons look like they've somewhat gotten their feet up on them. Yeah, they are. They beat the dog mess out of Oakland, man.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely taking the Saints on this one, man. All right, Lions and Bears. Who you taking, pal?
Lions and the Bears. Do the Bears even have a quarterback, man? Is Mr. Trubisky, Ravisky, or Roriski, is he quarterback? I'm gonna take the Lions, man. Man, I hope they get that thing right this year, Rich. I mean, because listen, man, this organization had an opportunity to have either Deshaun Watson or Mahomes, man. And I tell you what, man, it's gonna set them back 10 years. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, because it's already set them back 4. Okay. So I'm as bad as Detroit is, and I know they got rid of their GM and they got rid of their head coach. I'm gonna take them.
I'm gonna go with the Bears, man. That defense is still really good, even though they don't have much offense. Their defense is legit, man, and I just don't think
it is.
If he couldn't break out on us, who has one of the worst defenses in the league, yes, man. So I'm taking the Bears. All right, Pop, the Browns and the Titans. Who you taking in this game?
Oh, come on, baby. Number 22. He's going to rush for 550 yards.
Look, they got one job this weekend, tomorrow. The Titans. I need them to beat the Browns, man.
Beat the Browns.
Or the Browns lose. Okay, because they got an easy schedule after this. I think they play the Jets and somebody else. I can't remember. But I need them to beat the Browns, beat the brakes off of them, bring the Browns back down to life, man, so we can try to win out and get in these playoffs, man. I'm definitely in this game. All right, Bengals and the Dolphins. Who you taking?
Bengals and the Dolphins. I think Tua's going to be playing this week, so I'll go with the Dolphins.
Yeah, they should have never took Tua out. I don't like when they do that with young quarterbacks. Put them in, take them out when they make mistakes. They're gonna make mistakes. He's a rookie. He won 3 games for y'all. Okay, y'all are 7-4 right now on the heels of the Buffalo Bills to win the AFC East that y'all haven't been close to winning in the last 18 years. Okay, no, it was before then. It was before then. But yeah, I'm definitely taking the Dolphins. The Bengals lost Joe Burrow for the year. Dolphins will win the game. Jaguars and the Vikings. Who you taking?
Oh, they still? I thought they had substituted Alabama for the Jaguars. We go with the Vikings.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. I'm definitely taking the Vikings on that one. All right, Pop. The Raiders and the Jets. Who you taking?
The Raiders, the LV Raiders. The Jets done tucked it in, man. They tanking for Trevor. So yeah, we'll go with the LV.
You know what? I would just like the Jets to just have one like spectacular game on accident, man, and beat these Raiders, man, to give us an opportunity to get in there. But the Raiders gonna beat the brakes off the Jets. All right, man. Texans and the Colts. Pop, who you taking in the game?
I'm going with the Texans, baby.
Yeah,
the Texans. Yes, sir.
That's look.
Come on, Rich.
I'm gonna go with Texans too, man. I'm gonna tell you what, man. Deshaun is on a tear, man.
I know Will
Fuller's out, but nobody's talking about Brandon Cooks like he's not,
exactly.
Like Will Fuller. Actually got better hands than Will Fuller. You got real strong hands. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think we might edge them if we go up early. The way that Tim Kelly's been calling plays and Deshaun has been executing them, man, the coach got to look out. I don't care what that defense looked like. That defense was exposed last week by the Titans. So I'm gonna take the Texans field goal. All right, Rams and the Cardinals. Who you taking, bro?
Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Cardinals, man. I just don't understand. I can't figure the Rams out, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, one Sunday like world beaters, and the next Sunday it's like they ain't never played football. So it's about time for Kyler to bounce back, man, and have a really, really good games. And also, D-Hop had those breakout games like he had early on. So we're gonna go with the Cardinals, man.
Yeah. You know the Rams, they like a water hose, man. Hot in the summer, cold in the winter. I don't know what's going on with these cats either, man. But they had a bad game last week, so that means they probably gonna have a good one this week. I'm gonna take the Rams in this game. All right, Pop. Giants and the Seahawks. Who you got?
Woo! I think the quarterback's out for the Giants, and we'll go with namesake. We'll go with Seattle.
Yeah, I'm taking Seattle in this one too. All right, Eagles and the Packers. Who you taking?
Man, please move to the next one. Packers.
Yeah, Packers. Hey, man, please. Packers are -8.5. Man, that's a huge margin. Okay, definitely taking the Packers. Patriots and the Chargers. Who you taking in this game?
Patriots and the Chargers. I'd like to see the Chargers win this game because my man's in a lot of trouble, the head coach out there. But I think the Patriots kind of gonna pull this out, man.
Yeah, I think so too. I like the quarterback there, but I mean, Bill Belichick, he don't let rookies come in there and beat him, man. So definitely taking the Patriots. All right, Broncos and the Chiefs. Who you got?
Do the Broncos do they have a quarterback, or do they got to get a guy from the garbage truck to throw passes for them? Man.
Yeah. I'm taking the Chiefs too, man. Taking the Chiefs. All right, Pop. Washington football team and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I tell you what, you can't get much more than a JV team. And Tomlin called his team a JV team, and you got some people that don't like that because he called them out. So I think they'll come out and maybe win this one by a couple of touchdowns.
Yeah, man. They don't have the spread on here, but I would probably put -14 myself, man. I'm definitely taking breaks off Washington. Yeah. All right, Bills and the 49ers. Who you got, Pop?
I'm gonna go with the Bills, but I tell you what, man, 49ers trying to sneak their way back in the playoff contention, man. But I think the Bills got a little too much for them for this Sunday.
Yeah, the 49ers are doing that. I really like what Shanahan is doing there. But man, stop doing that, man. Just tank for next season, man. Your quarterback trash. Right. Your whole defense is gone. Bills are in this game. All right, Pop. Game of the week. Cowboys and Ravens. Who you got in this game?
Now, you're going to think I'm crazy, man. You're going to really think I'm crazy. But I really think the Cowboys going to beat the Ravens, man. I just think they got too many problems mentally besides the physical problems they got and stuff. And I mean, Jerry Jones will probably give all of his players an extra stimulus check if they beat the Ravens. So I'm gonna go ahead and be stupid and pick them Cowboys and stuff. And I know I'm probably gonna just hear from Cowboy Nation and stuff that you should have been picking us. But okay, I'm gonna pick you. If you lose, I ain't ever picking you again.
Well, you said stupid, Pop, so I'm not gonna be a disrespectful son and repeat what you said. I definitely can't side with you on it, man. I'm picking the Ravens to beat the Cowboys. The Ravens will bounce back this game. I do agree with you, as far as them mentally out, but man, the Cowboys they are not there at all, man.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah. Definitely taking the Ravens in this game, man. But yeah, man, look. First of all, we just want to thank everybody that gets an opportunity to watch this, man. We thank you. We want y'all to share this link with your people, with your partners, with your family. Subscribe to this channel on YouTube. Okay, keep supporting us. We're going to keep giving you the best of what we got. Pop, if there's anything you want to close us out with, man, before we get up out of here.
Rich, I tell you what, man, if it wasn't a sports station, I'd close it out in prayer. But I mean, guys, seriously, this coronavirus it's getting worse, guys. I mean, I know y'all hear us talk about this every week and stuff, but I mean, on a serious note, we had over 2,500 people die yesterday, guys. It's getting serious, worse, guys. And I mean, people, the people predicted that when people went home for Thanksgiving, that after Thanksgiving, then hey, it would get worse. But guys, right. We got Christmas coming up. Come on now, we got to mask up. We got to social distance. And if by any means you got any type of symptoms and stuff, you got to get checked out. I mean, the vaccine is on its way. But until then, guys, until you get vaccinated and stuff, we have got to be cautious, guys. It's just too important. We're losing too many people that don't have to be lost, okay? So please, 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 from us to you guys, please be careful.
Man, I am in complete concurrence with my old man. Y'all be safe out there. Understand this thing is spiking. Stay masked up. Stay washing your hands. Don't stop doing that. Okay, and really social distance from one another, man, until we can get a crack on this thing. And man, be careful taking that, the little shot that they got, the vaccination, man. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about that next week, man, when they really start giving these things out, man. So, J.R. Wilson. For my father, Ping Wilson, we are the Solid Grip. Grace and peace to all y'all. Y'all take care.